Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, and it's time for GiFTgive's Wednesday morning product talks. Hi, I'm Jovi, and it's July 22nd, middle of the summer, 2013, and we've got a good release to talk to you about today, so let's get to it. First, let's take a quick look at our release notes page on help.gift-give.com. And you can see here a couple new features we added. This week was mostly a release for one of our customers who's getting ready to do a big rollout, the Notre Dame, University of Notre Dame, their ACE program. So let's talk a little bit about what we did for those guys and how it could help you guys down the road a little bit. So what we did was we created a custom embed for them. As you saw last week, we added the GiFTgive Live functionality, which was the ability for you to place needs right onto your own website. Well, the guys at ACE needed a little bit more functionality around that. So what we did was we went ahead and gave them an embedded search so that they could search for all schools within their program. And they're going to roll out between 50 and maybe 100 or so schools over the next year. So they wanted to embed a search and a campaign search on their own website. So what we did was we modified our need embed just a little bit and customized it for them. Now let me show you that in particular. This is a sample of what it could look like. Let me go back and show you this real quick. This is what their page will look like, and this area right here will be their embedded search. And let me show you the raw embedded search itself. It's right here. They'll be able to search by schools, by project, which is a campaign, or by location. If they do location here, they can do a zip code and do it within a certain amount of miles, 10, 25, 100, 500, whatever. They can also put any address in here, address or zip code, and we use the Google Maps API to bring back the closest searches for them. So as you can see here, it's already bringing back a couple of the schools that they have live on our system, and as they embed this into their system starting in August, they'll be able to search and have their users search on all the schools, the campaigns, whatever they want to do. So now going forward, this kind of functionality is going to be useful for you guys. We're going to actually implement this search capability in our need embed and make it an option if you want to include search or not. We're also going to include the location search, that integration with the Google Maps API. We're going to include that on our browse page, so when donors come in, they can browse on nonprofits, campaigns, needs that are close to an address. I moved to Atlanta about 20 years ago, but there are times I want to give back to charities, nonprofits, causes local to where I grew up in West Virginia. So I can just type the zip code of the town I grew up and see what kind of nonprofits, campaigns, needs are there, and I'll be able to give to those. So we think it's a really cool way for donors to come in and give to places that are close to maybe where they lived, or maybe if there's a disaster somewhere like in the Midwest with a tornado, or something like a hurricane or something like that, they'll be able to type in a city or a state and look for the causes or nonprofits in that city or state and donate right to them. So just another easy way for donors to go right to where they want to give. So another thing we did, and that was a really big feature, so another thing we did was, in order to do that, we had to tweak a bunch of things around our list view, our grid view, and that's this view right here. This is the list view. This is the grid view. We had to change a bunch of things around there, and with those we also did one last change to our campaign view, and you'll see here the campaigns look much more like the nonprofits we released last week, where you have the about on the left and the needs at the bottom. It was a little bit different before this week, but now it's a lot more uniform, a lot easier for the nonprofits to get right to for the donors to get right to the campaign information and get to the needs. So that's our release. It was fairly targeted right towards ACE, but like I said, some of these features going forward, the tile and grid changes to make those more uniform for the donors, your donors will see today. You'll see this location search coming in in the very near future on our browse page. And of course you saw the campaign stuff. So hope you guys like what we did today. We're trying to move forward every week. Next week is all going to be around reporting. We want to give our nonprofits the ability to get immediate reports when donations and needs close, or also they'll be able to run a nightly report or get a weekly report sent to them via email. So we're also working on an audit report for the nonprofits. So look forward for those this week. We've got a bunch of cleanup coming too. We're always trying to make our admin side easier, so it's a lot quicker for you to add needs and add campaigns. So be looking for changes there. And I'll talk to you next week, okay? Happy gifting. Take care. Bye.